Hello there, me hearties. This is Heartscale's 17th video, and it's the 5th part in our Get to Know Our Snakes series. This adorable little pink noodle is Pan. We named him after both Peter Pan and the Pink Panther because he was magically pink, and we knew straight away he was a clever boy. Pan was hatched on July 2nd, 2022, making him a year and 2 months old at the time of this video being published, and we got him from Christian Elmer of CE Reptiles in February of this year, when he was still only 7 months old. Pan weighed 55 grams when we first got him, and at the time of making this video, he now weighs 107 grams. His length and his width have increased greatly, but he still has some growing to do. We set him up initially in this front opening 30 by 12 by 12 ReptiZoo tank with his hides and some climbing structures and water bowls, and watched him dig right in and explore his new home. Pan, like most corn snakes, is largely terrestrial, but he also likes to burrow and to climb when given the opportunity. I used a ReptiBark cocoa husk substrate, so he had that opportunity to burrow, and also retain good humidity in this type of enclosure. He seemed to like this setup very much, and I would see him exploring, climbing, and digging around every night. Corn snakes seem to be somewhere between crepuscular and nocturnal. You will get different opinions depending on who you ask, but Pan here is mostly active at night, though sometimes he's active at dawn and dusk hours as well. A good humidity for corn snakes will fluctuate between 30% and 60%, with spikes and drops in this range being a normal part of their natural cycle. I also keep his hot spot at about 90 degrees and his cool side in the low to mid 70s. If you're thinking about getting a corn snake like Pan here, a great place to start for corn snake care guides is the website reptifiles.com. It has in-depth articles on reptile care, which is written by Mariah Healy, who is a professional reptile husbandry researcher and longtime reptile keeper herself. Another great, albeit a bit outdated starting guide is the wonderful book Corn Snakes in Captivity by Dawn Soderberg, which I have very much enjoyed reading, and I learned some great tips from it. You're also welcome to reach out to me anytime with questions, and I'll answer them if I can, or I will point you towards someone else who might be able to if I can't. Pan was very skittish and squirmy when we first got him. He's much faster moving and a lot longer than any of our hognoses, of course, so it actually took me some getting used to and how to hold him so that he felt supported and could keep moving if he wished without me losing track of where he was going. He was also very particular about not having his belly touched, and if I put my hand under him to support too quickly, his little belly would jump up, almost as if to say, "Eek, something touched me." So for a squirmy, nervous guy like Pan, I found it was best to hold him for about 10 to 15 minutes a day, moving slowly and speaking to him softly, and keeping constant contact with him with one or two of my fingers at the very least, so he remembered he was being held and that I was going to be moving my hands, but have him still know he was safe and that I wasn't going to hurt him. Pan also really loves going into my sleeves, sneaking into and hiding in anything that looks safe and dark, really. In fact, he'll often hang out in my sleeves while I'm editing these videos. He also stole one of my beanies. And for whatever reason, he makes a real habit of getting caught in my glasses. Or in Dex's. Pan has always had exceptional sheds with us, and he really loves using his custom humid hide that I got made just for him. When your snake is about to go into shed, humid hides are a lifesaver and will give you a perfect shed nearly every time. Another factor that I adore about Pan is his beautiful, checkered, prismatic belly. In the right light, it reflects little rainbow prisms, and I feel he actually has the prettiest belly out of all of my snakes. As Pan got bigger, I recognized the need to get him into a larger enclosure sooner rather than later, so I bought a Zen Habitat 4x2x2 enclosure for him, which I will have a build review video for coming up soon, and we recently moved him into that new space. He was nervous about the new enclosure for about a week, mainly hiding and only exploring a bit at night. Corn snakes are pretty territorial, so a new home can really make them anxious for a while. To help combat that, I moved some of his old, used substrate along with him to maintain some familiar smells, and brought along some of his old hides and decor as well, so it wouldn't feel like completely new territory. Now, he even comes out to bask during the day occasionally, and I see him exploring every inch of his new tank every night. Pan has only been with us for a little over half a year now, but we love and adore him immensely, and my time with him has been entertaining, educational, and just amazing. I'm so glad I got this little guy, and I cannot recommend this species enough for people looking to get their first snake. Of course, I would also suggest looking into a hognose as well, and you'll see yet another reason for that in my next Get to Know Our Snake series video, which will be all about another one of my special little ground noodles. Thank you for coming to learn about Pan. I hope you've gotten a chance to fall in love with this little guy just like I did. Keep an eye out for our next video, and in the meantime, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and acquire snakes. Bye-bye now. Young. He's still getting used to being held and being touched. And he is a very good, sweet boy, but he's still... the tickles. He's still very shy. And definitely head shy. And sometimes if I, put my put my hand underneath his belly to make sure that he has plenty of support, his little midsection will jump up and he gets real scared. But he's doing pretty good. I'm able to just pick him up, no problem. Oh, there he is. He's poking out for a second. You're okay, buddy. There. Yeah, you're gonna be my scarf today? So he's just gonna hang out with me for a little bit. But I thought I would, the tickles. Where are you going?